Hi, YouTube. I hope you're doing good. I am. Um, I was just thinking, do you think that with the chemtrailing they've been doing that they're trying to destroy the ether? Like it's called the Akashic record. All the information that everybody thinks out in the ether that surrounds our world, that perhaps they're actually trying to destroy their misdeeds and hide them from God. That was just the thought I was just having about that. It's like, because everything we think is out, I mean, that's how God hears us, is out in the ether, and everything they've done is also there, although they try to hide. Um, that was just something I was thinking of. Um, I was listening to a man named Paul Wallace. I think it's pronounced Wallace. It's Wallias. He's Australian, pretty smart guy. Also a minister or a pastor, um, book writer. One thing though, I mean, he does believe in God, but I don't know how strong his faith actually is, because when you're digging into the Gnostic texts, like the hidden texts and those different things, and comparing them to the scriptures that we have, um, some of the Masonic intention is to take what is written and compare it to what they've found, like, oh, we found these old scrolls, and compare it, and it actually in a sense is trying to disprove God or take God out of the picture in a big way, is you know or to blame God for things that they have done and make it look like God is some kind of maniac warring God, like has his people fighting against each other and all that type of nonsense, which we know that the God in our heart isn't like that, you know. So, yeah. Anyway, just some thoughts on my mind today. It's a little gloomy. It rained really hard last night. I was going to say cats and dogs, but not quite that bad. But yeah, we got some good rain, and um, I should walk down to the creek one of these days and see how that's doing. I'm sure it's doing well this year because now we have gotten some rain to keep it full. So there's always springs and there's always ponds in it along and it trickles, but I love it when it's just running free, like, you know, wild. I love it, like in the spring where everything's just crazy with water. That's so pretty. So, anyway, excuse me. Not a lot on my mind today. I'm kind of a lazy day. My chicken soup turned out so good. I didn't make the bread. I might today. I'm not sure. Considering it. I found this aloe vera stuff that Doug had bought for my cat that's supposed to um, cut down on their dander and their itching and that type of thing. It's aloe vera with some other things in it. And it was kind of spendy for a little bottle, but it only takes like about a tablespoon. And Doug put some on his cat today, and his skin is looking nice, and that seemed to take the itch away. And I warmed up the house, and he's sleeping now. So he ate some of his chicken soup. He didn't eat it right away because Doug had put out a can of cat food that he likes. And even though it was beef, he preferred that with the gravy. But I think now that he started eating his soup, he likes it. So, you know, he's got to be pretty full because he's been eating large amounts of food, but he's getting his body weight back and looking better. So, yeah, that's that's always good news. But yeah, if you get a chance to look into any of Paul Wallace's work, um, it uh, it is pretty interesting. Um, See, he did what I think he's a Mason. I don't know, but I know that a lot of the Masons have all of this prior knowledge to their access. At least some of them do, and they know a lot of things. I don't think they know everything, no. There's just something that tells me that people with God in their heart probably and might know a little more just instinctively than Satan's going to give his own. Because if you think about it, he's a liar. He lies. That's what he does. So if they think that he's not going to lie to them just because they follow him, it's like that'll probably make it worse, you know? So I don't know. That's just some thoughts on my mind today. I thought it was sweet. I had somebody um, send in love in Danish. Or wait, let me see now. One was German and another was Danish. And that's kind of cool, you know, when people from other countries will tell me they love me, or even my own country, you know. But that's nice, you know. Yeah, not a lot of people, but two in one day. Wow. You know, that's a miracle. For me, it is. Yeah, for real. Yeah, let me see what else. Um, hmm. I don't know. I'd light a cigarette and whatever comes to my mind. See, what I think is what they did with the Bible and a lot of the Bible is take stories from, well, say like Moses. What if Moses actually is Satan? And because he battled. It says in there that God told him to destroy like the what was it? Not the Ammonites or one of them. Don't quote me exactly, but I don't know, a warring God that just doesn't kind of fit in the whole scenario. Like Eve eating an apple and offering it to her husband. If she God told her no, she's not going to do that. I'm telling you that. No normal woman, parent, mom, loving human being, mother of all creation is not going to jeopardize anybody she loves. And neither is God. That's not the way it goes like that. So I think they took these stories of the things that they did and put our names on it, you know, to make it look like we were the dirty ones when we never were, you know. They say this host body system, it's a host for the parasites. The human beings, these are our bodies that God made. Satan did not create the flesh or any materials on this planet, not one thing. He does not own this world. He does not own you or I. He barely owns himself. That's a fact. The only hosts are demons inside flesh bags that, and they are satanic. That's what they do. That's what they are. Flesh bags in a host body. And the host body does not have a soul. So if they think that they're fallen and they're in a human body and they're a host in that situation, then they're telling you the truth. That's who they are. But and the male and female, that's in their minds. That's there never was a Baphomet like that. That was Satan's creation of taking the woman's energy and using it in this world to hide behind. That's what the satanic force is. And the women were easier to use and easier to control because if they could take out their husbands or spouses or whatever and make them bend to the will of Satan, then what chance did any woman or child have? So a lot of the women that were attacked by these monsters or followed around or whatever, like I have been in my life, I didn't cave. I fight back. They don't like that. But a lot of people just cave. They just give in. It's like, well, they know something bad's probably going to happen if they don't do Satan's bidding. So they just go along and do what they're supposed to do and think that God's going to save them like that. I'm not sure on that. I really am not. You'll have to ask him. So I have no clue. My guess would be if your spirit isn't strong enough to stand up what's right and wrong on this planet for other people and everybody else, then you probably are going to have an issue with God. That's kind of just my outlook on it. So yeah, kind of like a little kid with a like me with my big brother. Even if he was going to beat me up and he was bugging me, and I'd do something back and bug him, I knew he'd probably whip the crap out of me, but would I stop? No, I wouldn't. That's kind of how I am with Satan. Is he whipping the crap out of me? Occasionally. Does it hurt? Hell yeah, it hurts, you know, but I don't care because I care about God more. And like I said, I heard it say that God doesn't need any help. Well, I would tell that person to go back and read their scriptures because it does say in there that God wants you to stand up for him and other people. If it didn't say that, I mean, I'm not going to quote a scripture or word or even go search for it. If there's any doubt in your mind, you can go search for it. But he does instruct us to stand up tall, basically, and do the right things. So, I don't know. I think it's easy for these people. You got your Bible in front of you and you can quote God all day. That's easy. But how easy are you living it? You know? How easy can you turn Satan away if you're being bribed or threatened or whatever? Those are the skills that are most important to work on. You know, if you have trouble with thoughts coming into your mind, see, now that really pisses me off when that happens to me. He never stops trying, but I don't take too kindly to it. You know, this is my body, my mind, and my soul, and he has absolutely no business in any of it. Not around human beings, not around the animals. He doesn't even have the right to take a bite of food. Nothing. Even to suck the air. Nothing. He has actually no rights on this planet that he didn't steal. There's nothing here that's of him, not in a natural way, and nothing that this earth can't rid itself of. So, yeah. Mm, it was, excuse me, thinking something on, was something about nanotechnology. Maybe my mind will go back there. I don't know. Hmm. I don't know. I'll just keep talking. They aren't going to shut me up unless they want to kill me. And I really am cool with that. I really am. I love life, but not enough to want to live it again. If somebody said, "Hey, next time you can come back and you can have all the riches and comforts in the world and whatever," and I know that um, there is a better place that we're being trained for, um, and we're here just to help. It's like, nah, I'm not falling for that. I'm not doing this again. You could not pay me enough. Not even. It's like, okay, and that's, I was telling Doug this yesterday too about our neighbor's stupid dog. Even though it's a very beautiful dog, and I had one just like it, only prettier. But um, you could not pay me $1 million to take that stupid dog off their hands. They could say, "Hey, we're going to give you this dog and we're going to give you $1 million." And I'd say, "No, absolutely not." That's how adamant I am about not being bribed on this or threatened on this planet. It just is not going to work. Can't do it. So it's like I had opportunities to make big bucks, and I knew that I would probably be jeopardizing myself, so why do it? You know? So I don't know. Oh, wait. I almost had that nanotechnology thing again, and boy, Satan must be trying to stop me from saying this, so that just makes me want to say it even more. If I have to write it down, I'll get it out. I don't care. I'll get it out another day if that's what it takes. But trust me, every time I've tried to bring that thought into mind, there's been an interruption right there, so it's got to be important. Oh, that's what it was. I got it. Haha. Um, Back in the day of like 8 tracks and cassettes, the recording of our voices were made magnetically onto the tape, like nanotechnology and the nano tattoos that are coming up. And then when the other machine, you put the tape in there, the other machine being like the cassette player or whatever, would be able to play what was recorded on that. Is, with all the electronics and the nanotechnology, exactly what they're trying to do to us in our lives right now. And we all do already have germs and heavy metals in our bodies that they want to try and implement and control us more with like these 5G towers and different things that are going on, probably even the microwaves and things like they do already within our homes, They're already doing those types of things. If they say they're going to do it, they're already doing it. Like that interruption of me just trying to get that magnetic thing out, and that's what I was thinking about with the Akashic records being in the ether and the earth being a magnet, and it's holding that type of information here, and it holds their spirits here too, and they can ascend. I think they're trying to just put a wrench in the whole thing. I'm sure God's got everything under control. There's nothing they can do. to overpower that situation. I mean, the universe is just a drop in the bucket compared to the reality of what God and who God truly is. So, this is, we know we're just a tiny itty bitty speck in the scheme of it all. So, I don't know, just thoughts today of what's going on. Yeah. Do you hear in the ether? Do you communicate in the ether? I mean, I know Satan does to you. There, it's not a doubt in my mind that he, we're not one of us left out off his list of trying to take us down as far as he is. you know, that's his ultimate goal. You know, so the light just changed. That's a little crazy. I think it's just this phone because there isn't even any sunlight out today. Just barely. It's gloomy. so, but yeah, it is real. The ether is real. And see, that's the thing about the Illuminati. They realize that they're not good at it themselves. Satan is, but personally, unless he gives them a gift. Well, now the sun's coming out. Just when I said there's no sun, seriously, the sun just started shining. But yeah, unless Satan gives them a gift, they're not gifted like God's people are naturally. It's not something, and I heard that Paul Wallace make a statement that we were more enhanced, like maybe telepathically and that type of thing from the fallen ones. It's the other way around. The human beings are the more advanced ones with their connection to God. That's why they wanted to interbreed because they don't have those abilities naturally. They were taken away from them. Any powers that they had, aside from Satan himself, all his offspring, they do not have those abilities. They can only pretend that they do, but they honestly don't. And that's what they're trying to get from us. They're not trying to personally get our souls. They don't care. They want to be able to get off this planet. That's all they care about. So, and they can't. This is their prison. You've heard it called Prison Planet. They made their own prison by messing with human beings. And like I said, they're trying to get more intelligent. It isn't the other way around. And you can see in books from, oh, like even take like the Chinese or the Native Americans or whoever, and if they were praising their one true God, the Almighty, the Great Spirit, whoever they call God, that was their communication between them and God on that ethereal level. And human beings have always had that. The fallen angels had that taken away when they were sent here. They were cast into mankind to try and clean up their act, but they don't have gifts because they're still playing dirty. They'd have them if they fed the right, well, whatever is right for them. Whatever food they want to eat, whether it be good or bad, that's on them. But it really is way past time that God's people stood up and started telling these monsters, because that's what they are, that you aren't welcome here. You don't belong here. You had plenty of time to try and straighten up your act, and we're sick of you. I'm not going to pretend that somebody's a nice person if they're not. you know. I'm sure God will, you know, give them a bath and clean them up and put their asses to bed when He sees fit. But right now, the rest of us don't have to deal with that dirty trash. You don't have to sit there and pretend that this person is good or that they're going to die being a good person because most likely they're not. So you have to make decisions in your life when you're communicating with people and tell it like it is and tell them where to get off, you know. So that's just, like I said, just some of my thoughts today. So, well, I'm going to let you go. I wanted to say hello. Um, just to let everybody know that I'm not going anywhere. I'm not giving up. And when I have good information to get out there, even if just one person hears it, well, then you're the person that needs to hear it. So, peace and love, everybody. Have a nice day.